Ainslie, you with us?
Hi, Paul. I thought we'd talk gold. Can we talk gold?
Ainslie, we can talk gold. I know you're excited to talk gold. Are you going to grab the screen?
I'm going to grab the screen. I am. But
it's been another week for gold traders, hasn't it, Ainslie? We know there's been a bit of hesitation, consolidation, but we have started building it up in the last few days, right?
So we started to pull it on, and we all know that once gold sort of breaks out of those levels, she goes for a bit of a push and pull, goes back and retests levels and looks to see what we can get. We look for an entry after there was a break of 1900. Just to give a recap, I looked at this and we were sitting patiently, being very, very boring, I guess, going consolidation, more consolidation, hit a breakout. I was waiting for it to be a false breakout, okay, so which is quite normal. We've been seeing that happen. As soon as it goes up, we've been watching it backwards and forwards all for the last couple of weeks. We then had this break, and it was off and running to the races, and she went and she broke 1900. So had a bit of a pause around this is the weekly R1, and I was waiting for it to reverse and sat there patiently, and then all of a sudden it popped, went up, but then it came back again. So we had then a couple of days of retracement. I had a higher low in place, and I thought, okay, we're going back up again. We're going to have another look, but we didn't. We had this huge long-tailed pin bar here that came down and checked out this level here, and it was very unfortunate because we had a trade on, and with stop loss at 1885, took it out, promptly reversed, which has been the story all flipping week. It takes us out and then turns around and reverses again, and it's just really tough. Why gold took off, I can't give you a clear explanation. There is like 20 explanations as to why gold took off. Is it crypto related? I don't think so at all. Is it a safe bet? Is it an inflationary story? I think we're a little over the inflationary story in this regard. But seriously, let's look at this. We've been looking at this weekly chart now for some weeks. We've had a break. We're now back over. We had a good solid close after we had the pin bar in place, and then a break above R1 again. We've got a good strong close above the 1900 level. So we broke the 1900 level. We've stayed in the 1900 level. I think we're going to keep going. How far up? Look, I think everybody knows I'd like to see gold up around 3,000. Let's just be a little more realistic and try and go back to 2,000, and let's see how we trade on that for the time being. But that's where I think gold's going to go. I look, stops and starts and wide stops with gold. Even $15 stops didn't save us during the week, but that's just the way it went. And can I just add very quickly on copper, on Dominic's point? Copper is definitely on a roll. He mentioned $4 being the cost of production. It's $4 a kilo. What we are seeing is $10,000 a ton. Big difference in the correlation there. Yes, I believe copper's going to keep going. Copper, after iron ore and aluminium, is the third largest imported metal into the US. The US is looking at 40% of their the US grid being under stress this coming summer. They have a $10 trillion quote to upgrade their electricity grid. They won't do that. They've spent all their money on stimulus checks and all the rest of it. That's where the demand's going to keep going. If you look at some of these CEOs, the top companies, the top listed copper producing companies, Dominic, are BHP, Rio, Glencore, Vale out of Canada, Barrick Gold. What do you know? These gold producers also do copper. So just keep an eye on those from the fundamentals. It's going to be a huge demand in the green transition from fossil fuel to energy efficiency. So just as an add-on to that, I just wanted to clarify that because we just want to make sure we quote the right numbers. $4 a kilo for production costs, 10,000 per ton is what we're looking at as well. So just to clarify.
Cheers, Ainslie. Thank you very much for that interesting time for all the precious metals. I do think the copper story will be interesting to unfold with the need of it for power.
Big time.
Great, guys. Thank you very much.